Women are getting confused why smiling doesn't work at the gym anymore.
I was just at the gym and I see a very handsome guy, dark hair, mustache, hat, you know, great looking guy. And I'm like, wow, he's really cute. So I tested a little bit and I stared at him and smile, and he smiles back. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm with my friend, and I was like, that guy's really cute. And she's like, well, he's staring at you. And we lock eyes the whole time at the gym, the entire time at the gym. We're locking eyes. I'm smiling. Okay. Then there was a moment where we're like 30 or 40 feet away. I stand up and I look, and he's looking right at me, and I smile, and he smiles back. And I'm just like, okay, like, he's gonna talk to me for sure.
He probably thought you were creepy.
Then I go do my set again, and he comes by where we're working out, and I'm like, oh, okay, he's gonna do something about it. Like, he's staring at me the whole time. I'm staring at him the whole time. And I'm like, should I talk to him? Like, I'm giving him the cues. He should know that I think he's cute. He's looking at me, I'm looking at him for an hour and a half. Then
or he's like, man, I need to hurry
he's
up.
He's walking right behind me, and he just passes me. And this happened 2 times. I'm like, what are we doing here? Did you get nervous? Or what? Why are we looking at each other and then you say nothing?
What do you guys think?
I don't know.
This young generation of women really have my head spinning, because seriously, how are you going to want a man completely done, already established, already making money, already like got their business going, but you yourself aren't in the same position that he is? Y'all are afraid to get your hands dirty with a man. When I met Shane, he had just got his business started and going. We revamped the whole entire thing. We changed the name. I started doing phone calls for him. I started doing all of the scheduling of the appointments to take the load off of him. Now we have a bounce house business that we do together as well. Like, if you are not willing to grow with your man and you want a fully done man, I feel like y'all are like just missing out on good ass men, because a man that you're willing to build with is going to be a ride or die man. Like, that man is going to have your back no matter what, right? So if you're out here saying these men ain't shit, it's probably because you're looking for a done man, and done men don't want your ass when you're only making 30K a freaking year and you yourself are not established and you're looking for the bag. Okay, so men aren't stupid. They're showing up bigger than they have ever, and they don't want these childish women that are just looking to secure a ring, a status, and a couple of kids, and then what, get divorced a couple of years down the road when you shut them off in the bedroom. Like, men are waking up to this. Like, so if you want a good man, find yourself a good man and build something together. I'm telling you, the relationship will be totally different than anything else. You will be a power couple, but women don't want to put in the effort. If you like my content, please like, share, and follow.
And it's funny that she talks about power couple, because there's a lot that's been made about certain teams in the NBA and how they build their teams. Like, oh, we got the big 3, and then it was, okay, now you got LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, and then you had Clay, Steph, KD, and then there's been various sort of, I think Brooklyn had one, didn't they, where they had Harden, KD, and Kyrie. So they're making various versions of the quote unquote big 3. Right. And okay, we'll just go here, we'll team up, we'll win a championship, and then maybe in, I don't know, a year or 2, we'll disband and go do our thing. But the main goal will be that we've established, or we've gained a championship ring. We won a championship ring, so we established ourselves as Hall of Famers. We'll go down in history and all will be well, probably because we're an NBA champion. Then we'll get on commercials, different sponsorships, first in line in a lot of ways to be on a talk show, if that's what we want to be, a sports analyst, head coaching jobs. The opportunities are endless. Even for some role players, the fact that they won an NFL or an NBA championship gives them some sort of cachet over other coaches because they have won a championship, even if they really didn't quote unquote do anything, right? And so that's what modern women are looking for. They're looking for, even if we didn't do anything, oh, I sat out by the pool today, I drank some lemonade, I just sipped on some wine or a mimosa or whatever it is, and then my man came home, he bought me dinner and all these other things and bragging about it. You really didn't do anything. You just kind of sat there, rode all the way to the top on his coattail, and then you said, oh, this is not serving me anymore, or you found something that you thought was better, and then you switched teams is really what you did. But you're thinking, which is what a lot of modern women do. You're thinking, oh, because I got this man, then I can get another one. And they find out that they actually can't. And it's a little bit more difficult for them to do that. There was a woman, it was kind of funny and also sad at the same time. She just kept on saying, I mess with millionaires. I mess with millionaires. You can't get like me. You can't be like me. I mess with millionaires. And it was really disgusting. It was funny the way she was saying it, but it was disgusting what she was saying. So modern women believe this. I got an NBA player. I got an NFL player. Chris Brown brought me on stage one time. So I must be important. I'm going to go get another one. And I'm going to keep on doing the same thing. Right? That's another sponsorship. And another sponsorship. Oh, and somebody gives me the position of, oh, just give me some property or give me this amount of money. You remember that lady who was talking about, oh, this is the type of man I date, so you're gonna have to give me $45,000 to $50,000 a month in order. That's what they're doing.
He's exhausted not because it's work. He's exhausted because he doesn't have your feminine energy on his side. You could change this man's life right now. You could take 10 years off of this man's life. If he could feel the sustained love and energy and admiration from you and not all the judgment and not all the controls. He's tired of fighting. That's the only reason he'd ever leave you. Not because he doesn't love you. He just can't live without an ounce of freedom left. Freedom to feel, the freedom to think, freedom to make his own decisions. And it doesn't mean he doesn't willingly include you. He's done the whole way. He's played level 2 the whole way. And you run him over with a throw. He let you. You couldn't run him over whether he let you. But you picked someone who would let you. And now you're pissed about it. Other than that, I'm not quite sure what's happening in your relationship. Does complaining make your relationship better? Has it ever made your relationship better?
No.
Has it ever made you truly happy?
No, not at all.
So then why do you continue to do something that everything up and adds no value? And you can see by everyone in this room that it's not just your husband, that is the worst thing you could do to a masculine male. You have a miracle beside you. You have a man that has taken you for years and who wants to be more for you and has gone on a 9-month, 8-month, 7-month journey of working his ass off. He's done everything that almost everyone wants a man to do. He's expressed his true feelings. He's been vulnerable. He's worked hard to improve himself. He's loved you through it all, and he's not made you wrong. Maybe that's the problem. I know you're a good soul, but you've been rewarded so much for so long because you're an attractive woman that you have never had consequences for how you behave.
Those of you ladies that don't want to go 50-50, what were you doing before he got there? How was everything getting paid before he got there? Do you understand that that's actually a help to both of you? And if you're choosing to be with him, he's choosing to be with you, then you guys are a team. So how do you figure that you don't have to put anything into it? Good men are always going to do what they're supposed to do. It doesn't matter what that looks like to him. He's going to make sure shit happens. But the fact that you can sit up there and say, I'm not paying for nothing. He needs to pay for everything. Do you know how ignorant you sound? And besides that, look how expensive everything is. Oh, but you wouldn't know because you always expect for a man to pay every fucking thing for you. Girl, you don't even cook, you don't clean, you don't fuck, you don't suck, you're not there for him emotionally, but then you want him to pay for everything. How is it that you even fix your face to even say that bullshit?
Okay, fine.
What's that for?
I'm pregnant.
Are you fucking serious? Babe. Are you serious? There's no way.
I told you.
Babe, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah, women will do anything at this point. Girls are in the comments like, marital rape. It was marital rape. Damn. That's all the evidence you need? That's it? Y'all will ruin a man's life over anything. That's why I don't believe you bitches anymore. Come forward. Oh, he touched me. No, he probably didn't. No, he probably did not.
Huh. Oh, yes. Well, no, it wasn't her. Okay, which way do I go, bitch? Oh, she really... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What a girl. Really,
Okay, fine.
What's that for?
I'm pregnant.
Are you fucking serious? Babe. Are you serious? There's no way.
I told you.
Babe, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah, women will do anything at this point. Girls are in the comments like, marital rape. It was marital rape. Damn. That's all the evidence you need? That's it? Y'all will ruin a man's life over anything. That's why I don't believe you bitches anymore. Come forward. Oh, he touched me. No, he probably didn't. No, he probably did not.
Now, what did you do to ex-husband that led to that relationship ending?
I probably withdrew love from him. But he hurts me.
And you hurt him.
Yeah, I guess I do. He doesn't seem like he cares, though. It doesn't even seem like it affects him.
Of course he doesn't. Same strategy you use. He's just better at it. Because he's a man. He has no one to talk to about it, so he won't.
He doesn't talk about anything.
He's a man.
Where were you guys? You did not. I told you I did not want him to cut his hair. I wanted it to go past his ears.
You know he's my son too, right?
Yeah, I understand that he's your son, but you disobeyed me. I told you.
Most women nowadays are not for long-term consumption. I need to let you know that because you disobeyed me to a grown-ass man tells me everything I need to know, and that child's anxiety clearly shooting through the roof the moment you walked into the door also tells me exactly what I need to know. There are far too many women out here that don't know how to act like wives. They just know how to act like bitchy moms. So, kudos to that man and every other man who is only staying with their wife for the sake of the children because she doesn't have one bone in her body that would make a man stay. But also to those men, you guys deserve better and you deserve happiness. And if women are allowed to walk out the door with your kids whenever the fuck they feel like it, so are you. So if you've got a terrible partner like that where she walks in the room and your child's anxiety shoots through the roof, take that kid to a different state. Who gives a fuck?
You disobey me is crazy work. And this is what a lot of modern women think that they can do. You know, and it's funny because they think they can do it with men that they actually want. They think that they can control a man that is making a lot of money, is making deals, is networking. The dream man, whatever they want, whatever they like, whatever they think, when Or let me say, if they get that man, they think that they can control that man like that. And that's exactly why these types of men, you got them on the hook, they become baby daddies. Because they look at you, they see you, they're trying to work with you. And even a normal guy like this, an average guy like this, looks at you, sees you, oh man, she's nice. Hey, it seems like, we can build a legacy, a future together. Then he gets into the relationship, and here you are acting a plumb fool. You disobeyed me. Disobeyed you? Like he said, that's my child too. Are you stupid? What do these women be thinking, man?
I'll probably get cancelled for this, but fuck it. I'm going to say it anyway. The curse of guys that are in toxic marriages that have absolutely no fucking frame. Here's the problem that they have. They have submitted for so long to their women. They gave her the fucking throne for years, and they're getting absolutely wrecked within that relationship. But what they don't realize is that the only way to fucking potentially save what you have is that you have to signal to your wife, to your girlfriend, that you are willing to burn it all to the fucking ground. The house, the kids, everything. This is the only way to get your woman to conform, to have that respect. There is no middle ground. And the reason why guys get stuck is because they can't face that reality, and they're trying to find a solution in the fucking middle. It doesn't exist. It's all chips on the table, going all in. It's the only way. We all have friends that are in situations like this. I suggest that you fucking send this reel to them so that they can see it, so they can start living in the true reality.
And you see some men starting to do this type of thing, not getting married, and women are saying, why aren't men coming to singles events? Why aren't men approaching? Why aren't men even paying attention to me? So you kind of see that dynamic now, right? But then there was also a woman recently, I think she was talking to her son, is what it was. And she said, man, I did this and I did this. Basically, she was trying to play games to control her then husband. And her husband said, oh, we're not going to do this. And I think she left or something like that. And he never came after him. And she was like, man, I foolishly thought he was going to come after me. and I thought, basically, I was going to use you guys as leverage, because I thought he was like, surely he's going to want to put his family back together. But he never came after us. Because you played a dumb game.
A woman who is emotionally immature will unconsciously be trying to set a man up to fail by testing him and provoking him to see if he is emotionally safe, as a way to check if he's going to stay regulated or he's going to lose his sense of grounding. But a mature woman will do her best to set him up to win. A mature woman speaks her truth directly. She names how she feels and invites him into deeper leadership instead of testing his stability. A mature woman seeks to bring out the absolute best within a man, and she has herself enough that if he was emotionally unsafe, she would be able to step out of a situation that isn't serving her.
I hate dating as a woman in tech because I try to date a guy in tech. They're typically really ugly and they have a whole bunch of nerdy interests I can't relate to. There's some types of guys who work in tech who are attractive and we might have the same interests, but they think they are too smart and they are really full of themselves. And I don't like dating that type of guy either.
You can't date the guys in tech. So we're going to leave tech and we're going to go outside of tech to date the guys out there. But you still can't date those guys either because you're making more money than them. And according to you, they think that you are better than them. So they don't want you. I'm not going to lie. It sounds like you're going to be single for a long time. But you know what I never get is the fact that y'all keep calling people ugly when you don't look good yourself. They're all over the internet telling people that they should look a certain way, they should have this, they should have that, they shouldn't do this, they shouldn't do that, when they themselves don't have those same things that they're requesting other people to have. Anyways, enjoy single life. I know it's going to take you a very long time to find somebody to date, let alone being in a relationship, because you got so much issues. When they're not too ugly, they're too smart, and when they're not too smart, they're not earning enough money, so it's going to take you a while.
All women say they want a good man until they actually meet one and realize they're not equipped to handle him. A good man is not convenient. He doesn't bend to accommodate chaos. He doesn't rearrange his values because you're emotional.
A real good man has discipline, boundaries, and priorities that don't shift based on your mood. And this is where women get confused. When you've never met emotional maturity, you misread everything. You call him cold because he won't tolerate drama. You call him selfish because he protects his peace. You label him detached because he refuses to beg for your approval. But that's not coldness. That is self-respect. A man who knows his worth doesn't move from insecurity. He moves from conviction. Good men don't chase drama. They don't chase chaos. And they sure as hell don't chase women who weaponize emotion. They build, they lead, they create order. Most women aren't ready for the responsibility that comes with a stable man because stability doesn't feed your need for emotional roller coasters. It doesn't scratch that itch for unpredictable validation. For women raised in dysfunction, peace feels boring until you lose it. A good man requires partnership, respect, and a woman who's emotionally regulated, not reactive, not reckless. Stay solid. Good men don't bend, they build. And the right woman rises to meet him.
It's crazy because I was reflecting and I realized I lost every woman that I was good to and really trying to be good to. So what does that really mean? I need to unpack that. Because when I'm not good to them, they stay. When I'm good to them, they leave.
I be hearing women talking about, oh, I don't need no man. I don't need a man. I just be quiet because I need, want, love, admire, and adore mine, and I respect them. So therefore, y'all can carry on, but I'm going to keep mine. But y'all dumb.
She could off Pound Town, and if she wanted to, she would. So you're saying the only way people in a relationship, in a marriage, can be happy is if sex is everything? God. We're going to break it down Barney style for the 100,000th time. Okay. When you have two people in a relationship, what is different from a relationship with your mom, your dad, your best friend, and your partner? Oh, wait. What is the difference between a relationship with your mom, your dad, your best friend, and your partner? What is the difference? What is the key factor that differentiates the two? It's not living together, because you can live with all those people. It's not loving them and appreciating them, because you can love and appreciate all of those people. I'm sure you do. The one key factor is bedroom activities. You are not having bedroom activities with your mom, your dad, your best friend. You are having bedroom activities with your partner. And is that everything in a relationship? Absolutely not. It is not everything in a relationship. But it does factor whether you're in a relationship with somebody or you're a roommate. Because you wouldn't be sleeping with a roommate, right? Like, if they're just your roommate, you don't sleep with a roommate. Do you have kids together? So you were at one point with this person intimately. Now, I understand people get older, your relationship ages, and as you age, things slow down. That's completely natural and normal. But you should still be meeting each other's needs. Whatever those needs may be, you should still be meeting each other's needs. So if he is not ready to be in a celibate relationship with you, you're no longer meeting his needs, but you put him in a celibate relationship. I don't understand why this needs to be explained so many times. If you are not having bedroom activities with your spouse, he is not happy. He's not happy. He is tolerating the situation because there's factors involved if he leaves. That is the reality of the situation. I hope this helps and you have a wonderful day. Like always, if you like my post, please like, share, and follow.
It's funny how many of these women are not getting it. It's funny how many of these women are trying to make excuse. Well, what if I have this going on? Or what if I have that going on? The same way you're in the comments talking about this is the same thing that you've been doing in your relationship. It's the same thing that modern women continue to do over and over again. Deny a man, take away the thing that he actually wanted while he's still protecting, providing, paying. And then when that man becomes uninterested in you, he's not attracted to you anymore. He just by himself, he don't respond. Oh, I just want to be cuddled and loved. I don't want to do anything else. Oh, okay, well, I don't want to cuddle. I don't want to cuddle. Why would I continue to give you the things that you want, but you never give me anything that I want? Why? I mean, my God, Father's Day comes around. You don't give me what I want. Valentine's Day, I have to take you out again and try to show you love. You'll take every single thing on Valentine's Day. The gifts, the hugs, the posting on Instagram and all that stuff, all the way up until it's time to do the business in the bedroom. And then all of a sudden, oh, well, you know, I'm tired. We didn't have a long night. Oh, thank you, baby, so much for this unforgettable and memorable night. It is memorable because this is another year that I didn't get anything. It's another year that you've denied me. So yes, it is about that to a large degree. It ain't everything. Obviously, I think people with a brain know that. But I think you also know that it's time for y'all to start taking accountability and stop making excuses as to why you're not giving that man what this man is wanting.
Most black households, in order for a man to be able to stay in the house and halfway raise his kids, he has to be the bitch in the house because she wants to run everything. It's unreal. A lot of these women having multiple kids from multiple men, and they're raising these men to be emotional. But you're seeing these emotional killings. You got emotional guys raising emotional guys, joining emotional gangs, thinking like women, and they don't even know it.
So whenever I hear a man say, why don't women take off their eyelashes, they fake nails, they makeup, all this lip stuff that they doing, they weaves and they wigs or they braids or whatever, I immediately think there's a 50-50 chance that he just wants a boy.
Why is the request for somebody's natural appearance interpreted as an insult rather than just like a preference for authenticity? I think you guys are only offended because y'all are ugly. Here's what you sound like. How dare you want to see my natural face? How dare you want to see my natural hair? If you request seeing me natural, you want a man. Y'all are insulting yourselves here. You see, this is why you guys need to stop following everything you see on the internet. Because for one, y'all sound stupid as hell. And two, you guys are insulting yourselves and you can't even comprehend that. Just think about it. He wants natural and you're going to say he wants a man.
The most frustrating conversations aren't with evil people. They're with people who are certain they understood you when they didn't. So you can explain something carefully, you can choose your words, and you can even slow it down. And somehow they respond to an argument you never made. It's not always stupidity, it's interpretation. So when you speak, you're sending meaning. And when they hear, they are reconstructing it through their vocabulary, their experiences, their insecurities, and their beliefs. So what they understand isn't what you said, it's what their brain can process. And here's the real issue in this. Some people don't ask clarifying questions. They don't say, wait, is this what you mean? They don't pause and they don't check, but they assume. So the first interpretation that feels coherent becomes the final one, and now you're defending a position you never held. And that's when it feels like you're at the mercy of their understanding, because you are. So communication only works at the highest level both people can operate at. If you speak in nuance and they think in binaries, your nuance gets flattened into good or bad. And if you speak in layers and they think in headlines, your layers get compressed. And then they argue with the compressed version. So the real divider isn't intelligence, it's humility. Smart people ask, did I get that right? People that are rigid ask, I know exactly what you meant. So the difference between growth and stagnation is in one sentence, which is, can you clarify that? And most people don't say it, and that's why most arguments aren't disagreements. They are misunderstandings defended with confidence.
Can someone please tell me why a woman loves to be treated like this, but she skips on a guy who treats her right?
It's so funny to me, the guys that I actually believed that I was going to marry. This one guy that I was talking to in college for probably 6 months, he wanted absolutely nothing to do with me. He only wanted something to do with me when it was 2 a.m. on a Saturday night or a Friday night. There was one time we were hanging out. We only ever hung out at his house. We never went out in public. There was one night we were hanging out and we both were like, wow, I really want some Mexican food. Like, we should go to the Mexican restaurant and just get some tacos really fast. It was like Taco Tuesday or something. So the tacos were like $3. He takes me there the whole time. He's like looking over his shoulder, making sure that nobody's there that could possibly see us out in public together, because that would be the worst thing that could ever happen to him. Finish up eating our tacos. I see the waitress start to come over. I know she's gonna ask us if we want the check. I look at him and I go, this is so cute. Like, you've never taken me on a date before. He, for real, looks me in the face and he said, yeah, and I'm not taking you on a date now. Split the check. And I probably so confidently went back to my friends and was like, yeah, we went on a date. He took me to get tacos. What? He's the love of my life. Like, he treats me so well. He treats me so good. I think I'm in love. When he couldn't even buy me a $3 taco. But, you know, that's the love of my life right there.
Can someone please explain that to me?
Sometimes the mistress or the mistress is helping sustain the marriage.
Wow.
People don't really understand that concept, because if I'm in a marriage that's really struggling and I go get my reprieve, that gives me more ammo to go back and deal with my marriage.
I hear brothers that cheat say that all the time.
Yeah, help me love my wife more.
Yeah. I want to talk about side chicks. And I know what you think about them. Disrespectful, man-stealing, home-wrecking. You see, you're worried about them taking your position, when in reality, they can't take your position. You're two completely different types of applicants. You view her as an adversary, when in reality, you should consider her more like a virtual assistant. Hey, side chick, come play with this. Don't want to rub feet? Hey, side chick. Oh, you're feeling tired? Side chick. You want to put that where? Side chick? You see, the side chick is only here to do the things you used to do in the first 6 months of the relationship. The side chick is why I'm running around here happy all the time. Your side chick is the only reason I can tune you out when you're nagging instead of going back and forth with you. So the next time I tell you that I'm coming home late from work, just know that I'm out getting better. For you. Stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.
And let me just talk about this, because something hit me yesterday. And you guys have to understand that what feminism did was it created a lane for women to disrespect and disregard men. Okay? And when I say this, you guys have to understand that what it did was it tried to pit women over men. It tried to make women seem like they were better than men, or that they could provide better, that they were more wiser, that they were smarter, they were more intelligent, that they could do whatever a man does. And it's bullshit. The more you go along with the ways of society, and the more you go along with the ways of feminism, the more you think that you're supposed to be above men. The more you think that you don't need a man. The more you think that you don't need his leadership. The more you think that you don't need to submit to a man. The more you think that he's controlling you instead of helping you. A lot of y'all ladies have adopted this feminism movement. You have adopted this feminism mentality, but yet you say you want a good man. A good man is not going to put up with a bitch that goes along with feminism. It just doesn't work that way. A good man knows his place. He knows his rightful place. He knows his spiritual place. He knows where he's supposed to be. He knows what he's supposed to do. But then when you come along and you have a certain mindset, he's not going to put up with that bullshit. And he's going to try to help you mold yourself, and try to help you correct yourself, and try to help you unlearn some things and help you learn some new things. That way you can better yourself. That way you can better the relationship. But a lot of y'all are so caught up. You got your head so far stuck up your ass that you won't even listen to this man long enough to actually learn something from him. Do you know that your husband, your spouse is supposed to teach you stuff? But yet a lot of y'all, you got good grades in school. You got the degrees. You a boss bitch. You got your career. You know what you're supposed to be doing, right? But then, career-wise. But then he comes along to better you, to enhance you. And here you come. I ain't finna listen to that. You not my daddy. Okay. So then leave that man alone, because you're not ready for that level of man. Leave that man alone. Go find somebody that you can control. Go get you a beta male that you can control. Because an alpha man, a man that knows who the fuck he really is, he's not finna put up with your bullshit. And that's what a lot of y'all got misconstrued. Y'all think you want a good man. You say you want a good man, but all of your actions say the direct opposite. You want a Pookie. You want a Ray Ray. You want a Earl. You want a fuck boy. Girl, leave that man alone. You ain't even ready for him. Fuck out of here.
That's exactly it. You got the degrees. Feminism is out here teaching women that they're better than men. Feminism is out here teaching women, or suggesting, having women thinking, oh, well, you know, I've always been superior. I've always been better than you. I've always been able to do this. So why are you not listening? Well, why? I don't understand why men won't just allow me to do this. And you know what? For my smartness, I should be in my princess era. I should be in my soft girl era, because I'm so smart. The smart people, the queens, take your rightful place. Stupid stuff like that. Instead of, like she said, allowing a man to come in with all your degrees and say, hey, let me show you how to use that degree. I mean, I know you using it for this over here, but let me show you a little thing or two. Let me show you a different side of the world. Oh, no, I already know it all. This is how I do it. And I've spent time with myself, and I've cultivated, I've curated who I am as a woman. And I've sat in the deep parts of all of this inner healing, and I'm just come out on the other side, and I've really done the inner. Shut up. Do you want to learn something new or not? Do you want to know? Do you want to learn a new skill or not? All right, then, get out of my face.
It's going to piss some people off. But if a woman cheats, it's usually not random. It's not one mistake. There are patterns, and no one wants to talk about them. So I'm going to give you 3 things that massively increase the chances a woman will cheat. Not always, but often enough that you should pay attention. First, low self-worth. I mean, she needs attention to feel okay. Like, she feels good when she's desired. She feels alive when someone's flirting with her. And when that attention dips in the relationship, she starts feeling empty. She'll just say, I'm just talking. I didn't mean anything. But the truth is, she was feeding something inside her. Second, she avoids emotional discomfort. This one is huge. She doesn't sit with loneliness. She doesn't sit with boredom. She doesn't sit with unmet needs. The moment things feel heavy, awkward, or emotionally dry, she looks for relief, not resolution, relief. So instead of fixing the relationship, she distracts herself with a person, with attention, with a vibe. Third, porous boundaries. And this is the one people defend the hardest. She'll say, I'm just friendly. I'm just being nice. I'm just a friend. But she's oversharing. She's emotionally intimate with other men. She's keeping doors cracked open, just in case. And cheating doesn't start with intention. It starts with no boundaries. If you don't protect the relationship, someone else will walk into it. Now listen, this is important. None of this makes cheating okay, ever. Cheating is still a character issue. But if a woman has low self-worth, can't tolerate emotional discomfort, and has weak boundaries, the relationship is on a thin ice, whether you want to admit it or not.
Women aren't really great for your relationship.
Why do you say that?
If they don't want or have the same type of relationship that you do. I have heard people say, it don't take all that. Why are you cooking for him? Why are you packing extra? What is he doing for you? I'm not listening to that. Go live your own life. This is what I'm doing. But I do have girlfriends. We get together once a month. We have kind of like our ladies of leisure. I'm really okay with, a select few. And my man is the priority. So, yeah.
You heard it here first, guys. You heard it. With my girlfriends, what I did is I used to have girlfriends that were all over the place. And I realized that you are a combination of the 5 people you're closest to. So you want to make sure those people are where you're wanting to go. So my girlfriends now, when I tell you, movers and shakers and supportive, and we all kind of have the same goals and we all have the same types of relationships.
That's good.
So when you're going through something with your guy, your husband, and he's saying, whatever, my girlfriends are the one that's just like, girl, you better get back in there. Divorce is looking ugly. You don't want to know what's out here in the streets.
Because I didn't really have that community coming out of corporate America, I work with a lot of masculine women. And so it was hard to have that type of friendship. I'm usually that friend. I'm usually that one saying, you don't want to be out here.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't mean. This is just how men are. They are very direct in their communication. He's not trying to hurt your feelings. He's trying to protect you. So I'm usually that strong.
There's some suckers out
You
there.
think it's a sucker if a man take a woman back out?
Hell yeah, he's a sucker.
What?
Absolutely.
What? Why?
The lady that takes because the man.
Do.
So
what makes him a sucker? I really want to hear
this conversation.
And I'm starting to realize all I really want around me is dog ass bitches. Bitches that don't give a fuck about a nigga. Bitches that take niggas through there. That's all I want for, that's the only type of people I want to be around right now. I literally only want to be around females that hate niggas.
Yo, imagine being intellectually lazy, that your worldview is just, it's recycled internet outrage. No analysis, no independent thoughts, just parroting. I genuinely don't understand how building social circles around shared hatred is empowering. I'm not gonna lie, to me, it just sounds like y'all are miserable because it's pure negativity. If the foundation of y'all's friendship is contempt for men or for other women who don't agree with y'all, what exactly is the long-term benefit?
These types of women aren't interested in, even though, and get this, even though they're in college or they've gotten their degree, they love to say it. But I'm not here to pursue. I'm not here to pursue some sort of intellectual enlightenment. You know, I got the degree to say that I got the degree. You know, just to say that I'm superior. I mean, I get it for anything else. I want to be around women that are going to affirm my beliefs. I want to be around women that won't challenge me. I want to be around women who continue to talk about stupid stuff, and then in a few years, we're gonna talk about how we can't find a man, even though we've been talking about how we don't need one this whole time. And then we're gonna be upset. We're gonna be mad. We're gonna be saying that men don't know how to step up. They don't know how to lead. Yada yada yada. We might even have our own talk show. Nice car, nice clothes, hair done, nails done, makeup done, looking like a genuine, looking like a good looking, a fine, a bad bee, with no man, and I wonder why.
When a person is no longer interested in you or losing interest in you, they will still spend time with you. They will still call you, text you, love on you, go on dates with you, and all that. They'll still act like they're interested. They'll still show interest. However, it'll be in increments. It'll be off and on because they don't want to get attached, or they don't want to get even more attached than they already are. They want to give just enough time and attention to keep you around and to keep you interested in them. They can't make it obvious because they want to keep you around while also slightly distancing themselves and building something with someone else in most cases, because that's exactly what it is. They've either rekindled something in most cases or met somebody new. They're in most cases, like I said, already involved with someone else or planning on getting something started with someone else. They have to constantly engage with you here and there, though, so that you won't catch on to what's going on and be thrown off. Because in a lot of cases, people are confused. Like, well, 1 minute they're acting like they don't care, and the next we're doing this, we're doing that. So now I'm confused. They still have to interact with you and engage regularly, and to the point that you don't catch on to their changes in their routines, patterns, actions, overall efforts when it comes to you, or their huge decline and decrease in them wanting to be around you all of a sudden. Shorter calls, shorter texts, less intimacy all of a sudden. All of a sudden now it's just straight to it. They get in, get out, and they're gone. Like there's no cuddling, no moving, no role playing, no nothing, whatever y'all were doing. None of that. They just straight to it, out of there, they gotta go. And TMI, but a huge fact is if they're no longer kissing you or anything like that, hope I can say that, then you already know what's going on. They don't want to regain feelings or even catch feelings for you in the first place. All the cuddling, laying up, spending all the extra time is going to create feelings that they don't want to have for you. They're trying to keep control over it. In a lot of cases, people cannot control it. But in order for them to be able to manage it, they'll start dipping out, spending less time with you, and removing their affection from it. A lot of people say, well, if they don't want me free, why don't they just leave? The benefits of being with you, the access, the convenience, the fact that you're never going to leave them alone, the fact that you're loyal and committed to them, and they know that you're going to be there whatever happens, no matter what. They won't just leave because they want you to be the bad guy. They want you to end it. So if they want to return, they can say, well, you the one left me. They can say, well, you the one left. I tried. I did stay. They want to leave that door open in case they have to come back and rekindle everything, just in case that other stuff don't work out. So then if they have to guilt trip and manipulate you into staying, they can do that. You the one that didn't love them, remember?
A woman will leave a good man. Isn't that crazy when you think about that? When a woman has a good man in her life, and yet
she will still leave him. And it's not because of what he's doing for her, because most women, and not all, most women will appreciate what a man does for her. However, the reason why a woman will leave a good man is because of what he does not do for her. Do you see the difference? Because sometimes a man can think he's doing everything right, but that's what he's thinking. But he has to make sure that the way that he loves her, values her, respects her, appreciates her, is in a way that she wants these things done. Not in the way that he wants to do it, but in the way that she appreciates them. And this is oftentimes the problem. Not that the woman is ungrateful, not that she's not appreciative, but we have to understand as men that if we are going to bring a woman into our life, we have to understand her. We have to know what her wants are. We have to know what her needs are in every way. And then we have to provide those things in a way that she appreciates, in the way that she wants. That may sound crazy, but that's just the reality. And if we're not willing to do that, then we should not bring this woman into our life. But if we do bring her into our life, we have to sign up for that. We have to deliver on that. And if we do not cater to her in the way that she wants to be loved, respected, and appreciated, if we don't do those things, it's not going to matter if we're a good man. It's not going to matter what we do because we're not doing those things in the way that she wants them to be done for her.
I think we have to be careful, once again, of what women want, right? Obviously, it makes sense to, if somebody don't want socks for their birthday, they say, hey man, instead of the black Nike socks, why don't you get me the white Nike socks? And then you go and get the black Nike socks. I was like, well, what are you doing, man? I told you I didn't want those. Well, what's wrong with black? Well, I wanted white. You know what I mean? Because that's just what I wanted. Number one. Number two, I use white because it matches my uniform, right? Black is, they don't like black for our uniform. So I need white. So now you got to go take those back and we got to go get white, so that's what I want, right? If she don't like Mexican food, but she like Italian, why take her to get Mexican food if she like Italian? So those things make sense. But a lot of times women want men to initiate. They want men to lead. They want to be spontaneous. They want men to surprise them. So a man, obviously, be like, well, you know me as a woman. So if you know me as a woman, then why would you go get Mexican food? And I like Italian. Well, because you told me to switch it up. Now I know you hate Mexican food, which is why I didn't take you to a Mexican restaurant. But I know, based on our conversation, you were getting bored with Italian. So I took you to get some soul food, right? I mean, I think that you like soul food, me knowing you. Well, I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the mood for soul food today. How was I supposed to know that? You said you were hungry. I try to give you the usual spots. I even mentioned your favorite Italian spot, but you said you didn't want it. And I know you needed to eat. So I said, let's go get something that she grew up on. Well, I didn't moved on from that. Moved past it. I don't eat that type of food no more. I couldn't tell. We just came from Thanksgiving and that's what she was eating. Thanksgiving was a couple months ago. So how was I to know within the span of a couple months that you don't want soul food anymore? Right? Some of this stuff, modern women, you try to do for them, but their mind changes so much. Their intentions, who they are from day to day, their values change so much. And their values and their emotions change so much because it's all about them. It's all about them. It's all about what they want, whatever they want, however they want it. Right? Obviously, like you said, I think a good woman, she's not going to be that unstable. But this is what a lot of men are running into out here, is unstable modern women who don't actually know what they want. They know what they want based on a trend. And a man is not going to be following a trend. I'm not going to be blowing money because Kim Kardashian got a certain shoe. Now, if I think the shoe is nice, or Like I said, if that's something that you've been really wanting, I'll try to do my best if it's within my power to get it for you, because I want you to be happy. I'm not going to, break my back and all this stuff month after month, day after day, trying to keep up with things that actually don't even matter.